For this week's Sports Star Spotlight, we're going to check in with Joe McCann, who met the latest young tennis star to emerge from IMG Academy. Hello, Joe.
Charles, while some may know IMG as an athlete factory that's been cranking out draft picks and college prospects in multiple sports, the first thing IMG ever was a tennis academy founded by the late Nick Bollettieri, who passed away in December. IMG purchased the Nick Bollettieri Tennis Academy in 1987, and the facility has grown and grown into what it is today. But Bollettieri continued to be a part of the place, and his many coaches have been training high-level tennis players for decades.
It's the Nick Bollettieri Tennis Academy at the IMG Academy, and Nick Bollettieri was the founder. In his legacy of coaching champions, we've been a part of coaching 10 #1 players who have reached #1 in the ATP or WTA tours.
Athletes come from all over the world to train here, including 17-year-old Thanaphat Boosarawongse, but you can just call him Putter.
In Thailand, everyone has a nickname because our names are long.
Why is a star tennis player nicknamed Putter? Well, when he was young, his parents thought golf might be his future.
Basically, I started off playing golf when I was 3 or 4 years old, and then I kind of, started to go into tennis, started to, like tennis more because it's more of an active sport. And as a young kid, I was kind of active, so I couldn't really have the patience to wait on the golf course. So I chose tennis instead.
As Putter got older, he got more serious about playing tennis, but Thailand isn't exactly known for producing a lot of tennis players. So that eventually led him to IMG. Putter has been on campus for a little more than 3 years now. When he first enrolled, though, it was January of 2020, just as COVID was starting to shut things down all over the world. But he and his family were still sure he was where he needed to be.
The academy closed down, so yeah, my parents were definitely thinking of whether I should stay back home for, 6 or 7 months before I came back. But they made the executive decision to send me here, even though it was risky, even though COVID was an obstacle. And I think they made the right decision because COVID kind of slowed down, and this is a great place to train, even during the pandemic, because there's still a lot of people here, and it's a huge campus, and you don't really have to go anywhere.
Once the IMG coaches got to work with Putter, it was obvious he had the attitude they look for in a serious tennis player.
Putter's very competitive. He leaves it all out on the court. It was recognizable from the very first time I saw him practice. He really fights hard in every practice to try to be the best he can be. And you mentioned during COVID, even though we had a tough go of it, we shut down, we still had a couple of high #1 junior in the world practicing. So Putter got the chance to hit with those guys even during that time, and he just made himself a better tennis player.
Putter's great to be around every day. He's working hard, he's pushing everyone in the group to be better, he has a great attitude. He comes every day ready to work, and he's a leader for our group, and he pushes everyone to keep going, and day to day, he doesn't change. No matter what's on his plate, he comes and works.
Of course, the best thing about IMG is their facilities. And yeah, I love my coaches as well. They help me work really hard towards my goals. All my friends in my group, we work really hard. Everyone wants to go pro, and we have pros here that show examples of people that have succeeded, and we can follow suit.
In the short term, Putter is now working to climb the world junior tennis rankings and qualify for the junior Grand Slams. But he doesn't want to stop there. In the long term, the goal is to be a pro, and if he could do that, he would be idolized by so many back in Thailand.
Putter is going to go step by step, and we don't have a real time frame on it, so he has time. And if he can achieve the best version of him, and he can play through all the different levels of pro tennis, I think his story will inspire a lot of youth to go and play tennis, but also be very good in the academics, because he does both so well.
It would mean the world to me because, yeah, I've always strived to be a professional tennis player. That's been my goal, my dream since I started playing tennis. I have great support from my country, from my hometown. I think that me making it to the pros would really inspire young players from Thailand to, pick up a tennis racket and start playing, because you never know, anybody can do it. If I could do it, anybody from Thailand or any third world country could do it.
In Bradenton, Florida, I'm Joe McCann. Now let's send it back to Charles.
Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.